Lilmar Cruz, better known as Lilmar, hasn't changed. Most of you know him for his cringe rap or the countless memes that have been made, but not everyone knows about Mar's absolutely evil past, being convicted of some of the worst crimes possible. Well, recently, Mar has been accused of something similar, and it seems like he might once again face the consequences of his terrible behavior. When I was looking back at what Mar had been up to since I covered him almost a year ago, there was definitely a pattern of suspicious behavior, and it all started when he moved from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas after claiming to find a job there.
Sad day for everybody in Utah. I've officially moved out of Salt Lake City, and I took the vet with me. We are out here in Las Vegas. Yes, sirree. You see the deserts. We're no longer surrounded by mountains. We're now surrounded by deserts. I know everybody's gonna miss seeing the only galaxy-wrapped Corvette in Utah. I am so sorry.
We also get another good look at the infamous galaxy-wrapped Corvette, and I do mean infamous. Not only does it look terrible, but he's also been caught doing some pretty awful stuff with this car.
This guy's in the Galaxy Corvette.
Come out more and talk about why you're trying to meet a 17-year-old girl? You're trying to meet a 17-year-old girl? You're trying to meet a 17-year-old girl at a park, Mar? That's kind of weird, Mar. That's kind of weird, Mar. What were you doing at the park trying to meet a 17-year-old, Mar?
So no, I don't think anyone in Utah is going to miss the galaxy-wrapped Corvette. I have legitimately seen almost nobody who is actually supportive of Mar, and with the stuff that he's done, it's completely understandable. People not only forget all of the horrible stuff that Mar has been convicted of, but also the fact that he was the guy in the infamous McChicken video. And Mar makes a lot of videos like this. He is an absolutely depraved person, so it's not very shocking that support for him is few and far between. The comments under his posts and TikToks are absolutely brutal. Mar usually doesn't respond, but this time he would, to basically tell the haters that God didn't favor them, that he was favored, and that's why he had so much nice stuff.
You see, y'all say some evil stuff, all right? And God don't like ugly. I can tell you that right now. God don't like ugly, all right? So you see what I'm getting at, right? You see what I'm getting at, right? You think God has a blessing for y'all when you saying the stuff you say about me. No, no ma'am. There's a reason, a very good reason, why God rewards me the way that he does. You understand? If you don't understand, it's okay. I want you to think about it for a little bit.
Mar, I'm no priest, but I don't think God would be a big fan of what you did to that McChicken. You are in absolutely no place to lecture anyone on being evil. You picked up a mentally unwell woman for carnal reasons, and then when you were done, you abandoned her in the middle of nowhere. Would you consider that act to be beautiful or ugly? All of this ties into another aspect of Mar's personality, one that he got from his past as a rapper, and that's Instagram flexing. I call it that when people try to make themselves seem wealthier than they actually are. Most of the things that Mar claims to have bought, he's making payments on. So a lot of this wealth that he tries to show off are really just bills. I can almost guarantee you that Mar's financial situation is not as well off as he makes it out to be, because after spending a while in Las Vegas, he would sell the galaxy-wrapped Corvette to Carvana, claiming that he just didn't need it. Well, Mar, I gotta say, it's a damn shame that God didn't reward your beautiful ass with a little more money for a storage unit. You can tell that he had to sell the car by just how gutted he is that he has to sell it. And you can only imagine what he got for a used, wrapped Corvette from Carvana.
Guys, it's the end of an era. I'm about to try to sell the Corvette to Carvana. They offered me a pretty good price on it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going broke. I do not need the money, all right? But see, my thing is, I don't have time to drive this car anymore. I mean, there's a multiple reasons why I'm selling it. I don't have time to drive this thing anymore. I'm so busy. Like, I mean, and this is not my dream car, right? It's a C6. There's gonna be better things in the future. You know, I don't drive the car anymore. It sits in a storage unit. It just collects dust. I drive it maybe once a month, once every 2 months. So it's a waste. I'm paying, you know, money on insurance. But there'll be bigger and better things in the future. But we're about to take this thing to Carvana and see if they will even take it, because they do take cars that were wrapped. But I don't think that, I didn't tell them it's Galaxy wrapped. All right, they think it's probably a regular color. I'm just ready for something new, and I'm, you know, maturing now and realizing like there's no point in holding on to something. You know, it's too flashy. It's, you know what I mean? My next car is gonna be way more better than this. This is crazy, guys. This is the last time you guys are gonna see the Galaxy Corvette, man. Look at this right here. Carvana wholesale. The sad part is he told me it's probably going to end up going to auction. So if you're one of you guys, well, a dealer is probably going to buy it. So you guys are going to see this thing pretty soon. I don't know if the dealership's going to end up taking off the wrap or not, but this is insane, guys. Wow, man, I'm going to miss this car so much. But like I said, bigger and better things coming real soon. This is insane. I'm going to miss this car so much. I'm not even going to lie.
Personally, all of that sounds like cope to me. Why couldn't you just pull out the Vette and drive it a little bit more? Put the other one in storage? None of his reasons really make sense. And ever since he sold the Galaxy-wrapped Corvette, Mar has gone on a string of short periods of time having different vehicles, telling me that he's most likely renting them. A very common tactic on Instagram. But every single time he claims that he bought these vehicles, he owns them. Like this next clip I'm about to show you where he dances in his Jeep. A Jeep that I legitimately only saw in one video ever.
Yeah, you already know what's going on. I just bought a Jeep, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Out here in the Jeep. No, for real. You know what I'm saying? We in that big body. We in that big body black Wrangler. You feel me? No, for real. No, for real. Y'all not living like this. Y'all ain't living like this. You feel me? I get to lay on the top of my car just like that, you know what I'm saying? I just cashed out by the Jeep. No. I hope nobody's watching me from over there. They're gonna call the police. Oh crap, get out of here. No, hold on. No, you can't tell me the bit ain't clean though, bruh. You can't tell me the bit ain't clean though, bruh. No, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. It's a big body. We traded in the Vette for a Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying? I like running people off the road. You feel me? So yeah, no.
Mar acts like he's got all of this money from being a trucker, and don't get me wrong, it's a good gig. But Mar spends all his money on rentals, and I mean that in many different ways. Ladies of the night.
Take $60 out your motherfucking bank account to spend on anything, let alone bitch. So y'all need to shut the fuck up. Damn, shorty out here in the middle of nowhere on a fucking dead end at this weird ass looking creepy hotel. Wish me luck. Woo! I did it! I lost my virginity!
Every once in a while, he shows off some random home, claiming that he bought it, only to move like a month later. Moving is a very common theme with Mar. Happens once every couple months, and that's exactly how Vegas went, packing all of his stuff up into an RV, claiming that he had to get the hell out of the state.
Alright guys, I got some big news. I'm taking the RV out of Las Vegas. I'm about to drive this thing all the way back to Utah. Now, you guys know over the last couple months, I've thrown some crazy Diddy parties in this thing. I can't even get into all of it. I might be under investigation from the feds. But man, you'd have to be here to believe it. You wouldn't believe the type of things that went on in this thing. So now, it's time to flee the state. Like, I ain't even lying. I gotta get the hell out of Vegas. Now, even though I can't tell y'all what went down, you already know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So yeah, about to drive this big old thing all the way back to Salt Lake City. I think I might even put it up for sale.
He's not even trying to hide it anymore. He claims that he's been throwing some crazy Diddy parties in that RV, but you don't have to tell us, Lilmar. We know the vibes.
To the car first so I can see what you look like.
Alright.
Alright. Oh, I think that's them in this SUV right here. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's him. I'm about to put this bitch in park. Drive. Yo. Huh? Bro, I just want to know what the is wrong with you, bro. What the is wrong with you?
That's fine, you can put me on there.
Yeah, you going on YouTube.
I'm 16, so do it.
You 16? Bro, you're not 16, bro.
Let me show you my license. Get out, bro, get out.
No, ain't nobody getting out of nothing. Huh? What you doing? Okay, what the is you doing?
I'm just calling the police, let them know you mean a 16-year-old.
What the Well, as y'all can see, I took it out this time.
For those who don't know, that's an infamous clip of Mar being catfished by a man. I really don't think he was 16 years old, but Mar is an absolute sicko, a convicted one, so that doesn't really change my opinion of him. Mar is also one of the corniest people online today. Mainly, it's the fake flexing, or the flexing of things that are absolutely cringe. The memes basically make themselves.
What's up, everybody? What y'all got going on? You know the vibes over here. Out here in a Porsche. In Las Vegas. Eating Red Lobster.
Right, that's from 4,100, descending.
Oh, crap. All right, your seatbelt's still feeling good? Yep. All right, let's check that. See if you lied about emptying your pockets. Hey, airplane flies just as good upside down as it does normal.
Oh, shit.
Nose high right here, and then we'll roll it left all the way around.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it should feel like you're in the seat the whole time. Yeah, we could also do one to the right here, so raise the nose again. And roll it around.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's about 3 right there.
Oh.
The comments under that plane video are absolutely brutal. I'm not even gonna try to read them. But shit like this has been going on for years. Mar's been a living meme since the 2010s, and been getting clowned on just as long.
Then why would you say that?
Because I wanted to meet you because you're a f***ing meme.
Wait, you said what?
I'll give you a kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
Got
All right.
you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Have a good day. Have a fun drive home.
Yeah, Lilmar, hey, I really just got a kiss on the cheek. No, for real. Damn way.
But it's not just people online that are making a fool of Mar. It also seemed to be Carvana. After selling his Galaxy-wrapped Corvette, Mar would go to Carvana and claim to purchase a Porsche. Once again, I highly suspect that he either got a loan or is renting it, because it would not be in his possession for long. But for the short period of time that he did own it, it immediately had mechanical problems.
Lilmar, no, for real. That way. My Porsche broke down already, man. Now, okay, let's start from the beginning, all right? Now, see, I bought this car, it's a used car, okay? Now, I know you guys are gonna clown me about Carvana, but any car dealership you go to, a used car dealership, it can have problems, let's be real, especially like when it's not brand spanking new, there's no limit laws don't apply to new vehicles, all right? Let's get that covered right there, too. So, you know, I always expect something to be wrong with a car when I buy it. So it turns out there was an oil leak from the timing cover, and then also there was a the bushings on my control arms were torn. So the bushings weren't that important, but you know, I want to, you know, everything fixed.
Like I said, Mar would end up getting rid of this car and having another one. I can't even keep track of what he has at this point, but it's not important, because we're about to talk about why Mar has been such a hot topic of discussion lately, and that is the new accusations against him. A person is speaking out about an incident that they had with Lilmar 6 years ago, when they were 13, and apparently it's extremely similar to what Lilmar has already been convicted of. Like I said before, he's an an absolute sicko who has been convicted, so these allegations hold more weight than they would against the average person. We would actually find out about all this through none other than Mar himself, who would make a post to his Instagram. Another girl from a whole 6 years ago is claiming that I graped her. Not true, but they put a warrant on me just based off the statement. I'm not turning myself in. Why should I have to prove my innocence again? I'm going to flee the country instead. My life as I know it is officially over. And up top it reads, "See ya, America. I gotta start all the way over." And we see in the background that his grandmaster plan was to flee to Cuba. Well, Lilmar, you're certainly no Tupac, because he would never make it to Havana. But he would have police knocking on his front door. But luckily for Mar, he was out of town, and only his girlfriend was there. This woman had been dating Mar for a few months ever since he had moved from Las Vegas, and I'm almost positive that she knows about his past. But either way, she didn't give the police much.
Hello, is Lilmar here? He's not. He's not? I made Tim Hansen. I was just trying to talk to him to see if he at work. He's out of town. Okay. I haven't. What's his cell phone number?
That is a now deleted post to Lilmar's Instagram story of a cop showing up, most likely to talk about his warrant, but Lilmar legitimately wanted to flee to Cuba, eventually being talked out of it by his parents, turning himself in, revealing all of this in another post. Great news, guys. I found out last night that my warrant has only a $300,000 bond attached to it. So I called my dad and he agreed to bond me out if I turn myself in. So I'm heading back to Utah this morning after all. And to my knowledge, that's exactly what Mar did. His Instagram was privated, so the only update I could find was over on his TikTok, where he was seen speeding around in his Tesla. My assumption is that his agreement with his father went through and that he is now bonded out. That does not at all mean that this is over for Lilmar. If this case moves forward, I assume it's not going to go very well for him. He has been convicted in the past of an extremely similar crime, and even though it was 6 years ago, his victim may just now feel comfortable coming forward. There is ample evidence that Mar is an extremely depraved and evil person who doesn't care what he has to do to other people to get what he wants, all the while putting on the front of a goofball who just doesn't care about the hate. Mar has been claiming for some time now, especially since he sold the galaxy-wrapped Corvette, that he has matured. He is maturing. But these are all the same exact behaviors that he displayed years ago. I have no idea what the future holds for Mar, but based on what I've seen in the past, it's not looking good.
Alright guys, so clearly I suck at vlogging. I didn't even, I'm already back in Utah. I haven't vlogged since this morning. And like I said, I didn't really do anything crazy there. I did meet up with a you-know-what, and I posted the video on you-know-what, but, we're not going to get into all that on this channel. You guys that follow me already know the vibes.